What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Ben Gaming video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as always. Now, we've got Callisto Protocol here today. This game received a massive patch yesterday and now even includes an 8K 30 mode, but you can actually use this mode even if you have a 4K panel, and it will bring advantages to you. So first of all, let's dive into the file size. So on the screen here, as you can see, we're going to go to the information, and this game is now 52.62 gigabytes and version 1.031.000. That is the latest version of this game with this patch. So if we go into the game now, I actually have the 8K 30 mode booted up, but I will say that this mode also, when you're not using an 8K display like me, I've got a 4K panel plugged into my PS5, it will actually run at 6K and downsample that resolution to 4K, which will give you just improved image quality and make everything look very, very nice on screen. So this is what you can expect. This mode uses full RT. In fact, the 4K 60 mode and 4K 40 FPS mode does also use full ray tracing. So I've loaded up the scene here because I thought it would be a good one to test. It's a much bigger area of the game and has some decent lighting stuff going on. So we are at 30 frames, obviously, at this 8K or right now 6K downsampled to 4K mode. You can see all the reflections are working really nicely. Everything just looks so much cleaner and so much sharper. And we'll just kind of spend a bit of time in this area looking around in all three modes. You can see the reflections. Everything is there. Not the highest quality reflections by any means. I imagine they're probably dropped down in this 8K mode. And we'll test it again in the 60 mode after this. But it's looking really good, and it definitely adds to the experience from what you would get from the original PlayStation 5. We can actually go out this way, I think, and we've got a bigger corridor to move around into. We don't want to go down there because that guy just instantly kills you. So let's avoid that area. But it looks so good on screen. It's actually insane how much improved this game looks in this mode. But again, I want to test the 4K 60 mode because that is the game that I would, that I would 100% recommend you play. It would be the best way to experience this game. Full RT at 60 frames. This is something that just wasn't achievable on any console prior to this. So this is the first time we're actually getting to experience full-on ray tracing in a game like this. This is a AAA game that is not that old and is demanding on all hardware. If you even boot this up on PC, this is a difficult game to run. It's not something that's simple. So this is another good area to test. You've got this ray tracing reflection on this puddle here on the ground. It's not the sharpest, but it's there, and that's all that matters, and it looks very, very good with 8K, or in this case, again, 6K downsampled to 4K. So I think let's go back to the menu. Unfortunately, in this game, it's not one that you can toggle in-game, which always frustrates me as somebody who tests a lot of things like this. So let's go over to the graphics mode, and as you can see, it reiterates what I've said. 8K support not detected. Game will render at variable resolution up to 6K and will downsample to 4K. So we've got the 40 frames per second 4K mode as well, which we'll test after, but I want to do the 4K 60 mode because this is the mode that I would personally play, and I would recommend everybody else plays as well. You've got full RT in this mode, and yeah, it's just going to be the best looking one in my opinion. So let me just find that save slot again. I think I've done a save of that here. Yeah, cool. Okay, let's load this up. Right, so now we're in this 4K 60 mode, and as you can see, it still looks really, really good. Definitely loses its sharpness compared to the 8K mode, which is, I think, understandable. But at the end of the day, 60 frames. Let's go back into the room with all the ray tracing reflections and stuff. And as you can see on the puddle, they are there, but they are actually significantly reduced compared to what they are in the 8K mode, which is very interesting. But they are definitely there. You've got full RT, full reflection quality, sorry, and it looks good. I think there was one over here you could test. Yeah, you can see it there. So it's not as good as it was in the 8K mode by any means. Obviously, that mode is so sharp, but at the end of the day, you're still getting these ray tracing reflections. You see that you're seeing the accurate light sources and accurate reflections of things bounce on the ground, and it definitely looks nice. It's definitely an improvement over the base game, put it that way. So let's just run around this area. I haven't got any frame rate graphs or anything like that because those just don't seem accurate. I haven't been able to get those to work accurately yet, and I found some interesting results with that software software that I think maybe puts other people's results also showing that they're not actually that accurate if they're using that same software, TR drop, for frame rate graphs, because those don't produce consistently accurate results from what I've found compared to what I'm actually getting on my on-screen frame rate counter. So you're gonna have to trust me, this is running at an absolute lock 60. It's about the user experience, and with a VRR display like I've got on right now, this is absolutely crisp, clear, and 60 FPS with no drops at all. It feels very, very, very nice. I can't go down that end of the corridor because this guy just kills you instantly. That guy down there with the light, the robot, he just insta-kills you, so I don't want to muck with that guy. But this is the mode that I would personally play. It looks very nice. Everything's reflecting well. Again, not anywhere near as sharp as the ray tracing was on the 8K mode, but at the end of the day, it's not really that big of a deal. You're not running around these games staring at puddles. This is what I always say to people when they're like, oh, you know, this game doesn't have full RT on console. It's like, it doesn't actually matter, because in the end of the day, you're not actually running around like this. Is that really changing your experience right there? That tiny few seconds here with a few more ray trace things with the 8K mode, is that really going to make your experience that much better? Excuse me. So I don't think so. This is the mode I would play, and it's very enjoyable, and I don't see any reason why you'd play another mode. So let's load up now the 4K 40 frame mode, and see if those ray tracing features are any better, to see if there's kind of like a compromise and a middle ground for this, because I think if it can have some of those higher level ray tracing features but at 40 frames, I wouldn't necessarily say don't play that mode, because I think it would be a case of you know, if you've got higher fidelity, you're still getting 40 frames, which is a huge improvement over 30. Like this game, it's not feeling that different right now compared to the 60 mode. It feels very, very smooth. Let's test though. So yes, the reflections are absolutely a little bit clearer, I would say, in the 40 frame mode than the 30 frame mode. But again, as I just said, is this going to add that much to your user experience? That has to be down to you to decide on an individual level, because personally for me, no. I would rather play this in the nice, sharp, new 4K 60 mode. But yes, there are definitely more detailed reflections, but to a point where it's like very, very tiny upgrades, especially when you're actually playing a game rather than just like actively looking in reflections like we are right now. I don't think it's something where I would like choose this mode over 60 still, because it does feel very smooth. 40 FPS is really not that bad compared to 30. 40 is a much bigger improvement than just 10 frames per second, because frame times feel much smoother on a 40 frame per second than a 30 frame per second. So I would absolutely choose this over a 30 frame mode, but I don't think I would still choose this over a 60 frame mode, because it just doesn't feel that much smoother. But this looks great overall. A really, really nice detailed upgrade for Callisto Protocol. I think it's very, very good. This is one of those games that's like, we've had some negative news come out from Digital Foundry recently with Silent Hill 2 patch that's broken on PS5 Pro, and PSSR isn't working well there. And also we've had Jedi Survivor look really bad on their testing as well, with the PSSR not working in that area in that game as well. So it's really nice to have a game like this that just looks so much better and is much, much improved over the base console. So it's good. It's good news for everybody who's bought one of these systems, and just good news for people wanting to play games, because it just looks much, much better. And overall, I'm incredibly happy with this mode. So that's it for this one. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. What mode would you choose out of these three? What do you think of these insane detailed graphics on screen? And we'll leave it there, but thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel as well, and I will see you in future videos. Bye bye for now.